Clay Purview. Watch Speedway live or on demand. And SRV Road Freight Services. Excellence in motion. Bring you Speedway Nation with Jared Ash and Ryan Harris. Right across the SEN network.
Welcome back to Speedway Nation, live around the SEN network, brought to you by the team at SRV Road Freight Services. Excellence in motion. I'm going to start the show talking sedans. I love talking sedans.
Sedan guy.
We're keen this weekend. Dual Victorian sedan titles at, I guess, the crown jewel in Victorian Speedway. Premier Speedway hosts the current, well, not the current, they host the Victorian Street Stock title this weekend. They also host the Victorian Modified Sedan title. And for all the knockers that went, it's not going to work, you're going to be junk, and we've got two titles on. How about you just go and just take a seat in the corner? It's 151 cars coming this weekend for those two titles. What a showcase for sedan racing in Victoria.
It's cool. 100 street stocks and 50 modified sedans at Warrnambool for, well, they got practice and then 2 nights of racing.
Yeah.
RP Harris is upset that he has a race meeting on this weekend because I would love to be in Warrnambool this weekend for that, because that is cool. That is proper cool. It is going to be a phenomenal race meeting, man versus machine. The track curators have got the hardest weekend of their lives trying to make 100 street stocks and 50 modified sedans to work on soft clay. It will be absolutely a brilliant race meeting. And who wins? Well, we don't know.
Well,
at all.
Honestly, so to get into some specifics, 97 nominations for street stocks. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Of course, the national title being held a few weeks later. So big effort to even get that many cars for a state title before the national title. Really big effort there. Defending champion Dale Morrison, been racing all over the countryside again.
Yeah.
Good job, Marv. Nice work. He's been proudly displaying that Vic 1 around the country. Of course, the Northern Territory champion, Jason Jewell, he's fresh off a trip chasing more titles. He was up at Grafton Speedway a couple of weekends ago. Almost won the New South Wales Championship there. So, Northern Territory champion from South Australia. That's how far these guys travel, by the way. The New South Wales champion's coming down for this one. He's from the Northern Territory, Jake Kuvamaki. Nice to have him in the field. So, plenty of state champions in the field. And, of course, we talk about state champions. This guy's got like 30-plus titles. Anthony Bear in the field.
Just won the Tassie title.
Fresh off winning the Tassie title.
Yeah.
It's, honestly, if you're going to pick a favourite, he's got to be the favourite. But it's a wide-open field. Like, we say it all the time, this many cars could win. Seriously, 20 cars could win.
Is Hayden Norman coming over from WA?
There's a couple of WA cars.
Yeah.
I'll have to I saw Daniel Jury on the nomination list as well. So some WA cars making the trip across. It's a big effort. Cars from WA, Tasmania, South Australia, Northern Territory, New South Wales. That's a big effort for a Victorian title.
Yeah, it is. And like Warrnambool will run a first-class show. There'll be cars parked in the members' car park. It'll be okay. It'll be like a absolute clockwork machine or well-drilled machine down there. Speedway Sedans Victoria will run a great show. The racing will be exceptional. So street stocks, wow. I thought street stocks had dropped off a little bit, like sort of on the little bit of a dip, but wrong. Ryan Harris, wrong. I think the national title, 137 is a record. That was at Redline and Ballarat. That could be in danger this year at Hamilton. We'll get to that in some episodes coming up. But yeah, this will be a phenomenal show for the street stocks. It'll be, you could argue that the street stocks will probably be better than the modified sedans. So anyway, let's see what happens.
That's a big call. That's a very big call. But so to put some context in that, so 97 street stocks nominated, 54 modified sedans nominated. Yeah, we'll touch on the modified sedans in just a moment's time. But Victorian title's never been held at Premier Speedway for the street stocks.
Is that right?
Never been held at Premier Speedway for the street stocks. So that's exciting. The numbers there. This is potentially the toughest field ever for a Victorian title.
What's got to be?
Because you can go, what about the ones that were just after the national title? I reckon it's tougher than any of those ones that have been held on the either side of the national title.
And it's somewhere where the street stocks don't race a lot at. Like they have the invitationals.
One or two shows a year.
Yeah, it's not a traditional sedan sort of venue. So you got to roll in there, throw the clay set up at it on the radials and skate around, and the best driver will win. And I'm keen to tune in. It's going to be unbelievable.
So yeah, Friday and Saturday nights is racing on there, 23rd and 24th of March. Everyone, you can tune in on Fitz Media, wonderful broadcast team down there, and very, very close working partners with Claperview, and we love what they do down there. So looking forward to that. I'll be working at a racetrack up in Queensland, but I'm tipping that I'll be having that on the phone at the same time, keeping an eye on proceedings down there. As we said, never held there before for the Victorian title, but the Victorian Modified Sedan title has been held there on 2 occasions. Last time was 2009. Andrew Blackwell won that one, so that's starting to go back in the books a little bit there. So that was a pretty cool event back in 2009, but 54 Modified Sedans.
Unbelievable.
I know we're fresh off this Silver Strike weekend and we went, only 25 cars from there. A lot of guys were really saving the car for this 2-night event. So that's some of the context beside why they're a little bit quieter last weekend at Hamilton for the Western Speedway, the Silver Strike, but a tough field. So defending champion Matt Nelson, Victorian fella. He's also the current Queensland champion. Stole that one off us up here in Queensland, but that's okay. Current Australian champion, Jared Waters. That's Cam Waters, supercar driver. That's his brother, Jared Waters. He drives the Mercedes. That's very professional of me with the phone going. Apologies about that. So the current Australian champion, Jared Waters, behind the wheel of the Mercedes. Yes, there's a Mercedes racing around a speedway.
Yeah.
Current West Australian champion, Joel Berkeley. He's down from Queensland. Current New South Wales champion, Nathan McDonald. He's down from Queensland. There's some state champions in this field, and there's a lot of former champions as well.
Yeah, that's right. Aidan Raymond. Brock Atkins back in his old car. So that's great. Yeah, cars from Western Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Tassie. Unbelievable lineup. 10 Queenslanders is a phenomenal effort by those guys to get down and get around that event. Like, it's proper cool. We'll see how it all plays out. Brad Wicks and Jared Waters were very good there last time. They both crashed out in the start of the pole shuffle.
Super impressive.
They were ridiculously fast. Kai Walder's super impressive. We know how good he is around there. Darcy Wilson's impressed me this season as well. That young kid, he's doing a heck of a job, and it's obviously Dylan Barrow. So anyone could win. It'll be a phenomenal lineup. I'm not counting out Aidan Raymond. He has had a worse run of luck recently, and he's due.
He's due.
He's due. Aidan Raymond will. He'll be there and thereabouts, mate.
Well, especially you start to look at some of the specifics, and we're starting to get into the nitty-gritty side of things with that. On a racetrack with 100 street stocks in the pit area, it is not going to be glass smooth. There's no way that to get into the specifics and talk technical terms, the radial tyres that street stocks race on are very hard. They're very hard on a racetrack. They're going to cut the surface up. This isn't a Premier Speedway stuffed up the racetrack again. This is they're going to be hard on the racing surface. The racing surface is going to have some character in it. It's going to have a few holes. Aidan Raymond, pretty handy through the holes. He's pretty handy on a hooked up and hammer down racetrack. As you said, probably due, and if this is the weekend for it, you're not far off. He might actually win himself a Victorian title here.
Yeah, I think so. He'll be phenomenally strong around there, as will Kai Walters. So that might be Cornella with maybe Dylan Barrow or Joel Berkeley.
That's big in a 54 car field.
Confidence.
Meanwhile, you're just forgetting, as we mentioned earlier on,
all the other guys. There's 8 of them.
Jared Waters and Brad Wicks, they were both on the front row of that last Modified Sedan show there. And as we said, got together in the pole shuffle. It was a pretty hammer-down night on a exciting racetrack. Really looking forward to that. Massive tip of the hat to Speedway Sedans Victoria for having the foresight to sit there and go, hey, we'll go and talk to Michael Parry, the promoter at Premier Speedway, one of the biggest speedways in Victoria, one of the biggest speedways in the country, and go, hey, how do we get our cars on the bill at your big racetrack? They did that the right way. They said, let's make it a big extravaganza. We're going to have 2 big titles on the one night.
I love it.
Done everything the right way. For all the knockers saying it wouldn't work, I reckon you're probably going to eat some humble pie this weekend. But that's just my opinion. Just my opinion from afar. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, you can.
I love it. There should be more of it. There should be multiple titles on for different divisions. If you can get away with it, I reckon it's great. It's great PR. It's great. It's great publicity stunts. I love it.
We are certainly looking forward to it. Of course, you can tune into Fitz Media and catch all that this weekend. Looking forward to the twin, dual, whatever the term is, that both the Victorian sedan titles on this weekend, Victorian Modified Sedan title, and of course the Victorian Street Stock title. 151 cars in the pit area. You'd be mad to miss it. If you're somewhere in Victoria, please make the drive out there and go and support the guys on the hill at Premier Speedway. It'll be a wonderful event. Speedway Nation, thanks to SRV Road Freight Services. We'll be back right after this.
This is SEN's Speedway Nation for Clay Per View. Watch Speedway live or on demand. And SRV Road Freight Services, excellence in motion.